So last week, my reign as European champion came to an end. At 84 days long, it was a good run, but we all know I didn't want the title. But Jaden last week ruined my match, and well done to Foster on capitalising on the opportunity when it came to him. But Jaden, you're in trouble. I was going to be a dual champion and you knew that. So you sabotaged me. Well now, you've made a mistake. Because I'm trading my rematch for a chance to be in the match for the WIW Championship. Hey man, I'm offended. Don't blame me because you couldn't get the job done. You have undermined me since the second I arrived in WIW. You were the one who was scared, and for good reason. I already held what you want, and I will do it again at Christmas Clash. But if you think you're a threat to my plans, think again. Because I always have a plan. And I will make sure Hey everyone, remember me? Yeah, I am your first ever two-time world champion. But since I became champ, I barely ever get any TV time anymore. And now this. Jace won't be fighting you tonight, he will be fighting me. This is my time, my house, my era. So if I were you two, you either stay out of my way or I will make examples of the both of you and end your careers. Well, with tonight's main event already booked, it's time to kick off tonight's show. We are just a few shows away from the Christmas Clash and the rematch for the Mayhem Tag Team Championships, which will be between the Linebacks and the first team down to the ring, the Dragon Dynasty. Tonight it will be the leader, Tyson Jackson. The Dragon himself will be in ring competition tonight. He will be competing against Kazarian Xander of the Linebacks, who of course will still be wearing the tribute jerseys because unfortunately Coach Wilson is still not on his way back. But at Christmas Clash we're expecting a classic of a match between these two. And from what we understand, the general manager is considering making it a tornado tag match to avoid the count-out fiasco that occurred last time these two teams stepped into the ring. But you can understand Kazarian and Patrick using Champion's advantage to their advantage, considering the force that they have imposed since adding Rage to the Dragon Dynasty. Rage, Lance, and Tyson Jackson. An unstoppable force as of late here, tearing through Monday Night Mayhem. And it doesn't look like they are going to show any signs of slowing down here in the later months. We are starting to really get a feel for things here on Monday Night Mayhem. Starting to see who is blending into what part of the show, in the mid-cards and the tag team divisions and things like that. But there hasn't been a very powerful, dominant team like the Wolfpack, which has really just grabbed the reins and have kept control. You can argue that the Linebacks have, but indeed, even the Linebacks have struggled to keep hold of the tag titles as the Wolfpack have done. But Tyson Jackson stepping in the ring, repping his team, acting as a leader here tonight. Did not compete the week prior to that, if I'm not mistaken. But tonight he's stepping up for his team. Of course, it was the wise choice for him to let Lance and Rage do the business in their tag team championship match. But these guys, the Mayhem tag team champions, had no interest in letting that reoccur. The two-time tag team champions lying backs, Patrick Green and Kazarian Xander, ready to come down and throw it down here tonight into more tag team action. These two, not really, they're getting really mixed crowd reactions as of late, because they started to win them over after their victory in the Wolfpack. They started to get behind the crowd and finally get things going, but then all of a sudden they did the count-out victory at the last pay-per-view against this team at Fatality, and all of a sudden people weren't so behind them as they were turning into. Match is underway, and Kazarian Green straight away going to get Tyson Jackson up on his shoulders and bring him down to the mat. And we know Patrick Green and Kazarian Xander love to inflict pain. They love to deal damage and hurt their opponents. But that couldn't be truer said for the Dragon Dynasty as well. Absolute destructive force, hard to beat on their worst day. And the Dragon Dynasty have found that out already, as they've already suffered a defeat. And that jumping DDT there, trying for Tyson Jackson to try and take control of this match if he can. And look at that. Running knee there, it looked. Couldn't quite, I think he was going for a boot, couldn't quite get it up. Oh, but look at that. Massive roundhouse kick to the top of the head from Tyson Jackson. And now to the middle rope, looking to fly. Oh, went for a senton, but lands right on the logo. And it's going to be a great rematch between these two. Look at that. Kazarian sent to the outside. And Patrick Green's going to help his partner get back into control and gets him back in the ring. No time being wasted here by either side. Both just trying to assert dominance early on. And the Dragon Dynasty looking to become only the third team to hold the Mayhem Tag Team titles. Of course, that is that's two more than what's been held on Monday night, on Friday Fight Night, where of course the Wolfpack are the first and only tag team champions. Look at that German suplex, not German suplex, sorry, big suplex, generic suplex, I guess, from Kazarian Xander. And with Patrick Green and Kazarian, there isn't one standout powerhouse in the group, as there is with most tag teams. These two are just two brute dominant forces who use their strength and overwhelming power from their footballing roots to bring that into fruition today. That's American football, just in case, just to clarify, if anyone hasn't heard of the Lionbacks before. But if you haven't heard of the Lionbacks before, then you're probably a Fight Night fighter. Moving on, as for the Dragon Dynasty, of course, newly formed team, only debuted a little while ago as Lance interrupted one of Tyson Jackson's matches and helped to break down the barrier with the man that he was facing at that time. And look at that, there's a little curve stomp there. And Xander tried to crawl straight away to get out of trouble. But Tyson Jackson not going to give him a second to breathe, and that's what you got to do. You can't give the Linebacks time to recuperate. That's how they ended up winning most of their tag team title fights. Of course, against the Dragon Dynasty, it was their first successful title defense. Defended the titles, been a part of 3 title matches, won 2, lost 1, and of course that was the Up Up Down Down, who are scheduled to be returning very soon to in-ring action. Austin Creed just finishing up his last bit of recovery, and they should be good to go. Into the cover goes Tyson Jackson, and he's only going to get 1 count for his troubles. Not a good sign here, because Tyson Jackson been laying down the heavy hits on the early going. But now look at this. Considering maybe the submission instead. Submission hold applied in the middle of the ring. Kazarian Xander's in a bit of trouble here. He really needs to fight out if he can. And look at this. Trying to power out there. He loses the grip and wears him down with the elbows to get out of the hold. And all of a sudden, Xander trying to fight back, but Tyson Jackson in control. But can Xander provide a fight back for him and his team? Look at this. Looking for the DDT. No, a big counter. And he doesn't want to get hit with that devastating DDT. But look at this. Patrick Green. He's getting himself involved now. Picks him up on the shoulders. And there's a stun gun. And Patrick Green having to get involved here to keep Xander in control. But they won't want to do that too often, because then the rest of the Dragon Dynasty are going to get involved. And that is not what you're going to want. Rage with a new attitude as of late after losing the title and his rematch. And then it hasn't been great for him as of late. Hold on a minute. Look at this. Big pile driver, slap bang in the middle of the ring. Into the cover, but look at Patrick Green. Green's distracting the referee, who's slow to make the count. And is that going to be enough to save Kazarian? It is. And he kept him down for a solid 5 or 6 count there following the pile driver. But Patrick Green keeps the match alive. And look at that leg drop. Oh, hurt himself there on the landing by the looks of it. But this match continues thanks to Patrick Green. And now look at this, Xander. Oh, Xander not going to let him drag him around now. He needs to fight back. Look at Lance's face. Look at Rage's face. It says it all, really. This match was already won and they know it. But the referee distracted once again by Patrick Green, who's not playing clean by any means necessary here. And now look at this, stomping away in the corner. And now Kazarian Xander can once again re-establish control as he had at the beginning of the match. Oh, look at this, a chair. A chair's coming into play now. Looks like Patrick Green's ready to get this one over and done with. He's just saying, end this one, put him out of action. But Jackson refusing to let that happen. Beautiful DDT. And the irony of Kazarian Xander getting cut open by a DDT, and it's still only a 1 count. Look at the faces of the crowd. Still only the best count to date is a 2. That leg drop, I think he landed on the chair there. I don't think he realised quite the positioning of the chair. And Green's not liking what he's seeing on the outside. He's seeing his teammate struggling. The referee's going to remove the chair as a... What's Jackson doing here? Look at this. Knotting him up here, laughing at him. Oh, and then a big kick. And that's going to tear away at all the limbs there of Kazarian Xander, who went for a running knee there. Tyson Jackson went for the running knee and instead gets met with a drop kick by Kazarian Xander. Well, the window of opportunities here. Can he land this DDT now? Yes, he can. He's not bleeding, though. That's a rare sight. And into the cover for the win. Oh, but no, look at this. Now Rage is going to get involved. Rage is going to save his partner, save his leader, and prevent the 3 count. Well, I guess they're now even. But Xander, not quite ready to take this foot off the gas. Samoan driver right in the middle of the ring. He's tired, he's hurt, but he has Jackson where he wants him. And into the cover he goes. But once again, Rage to the rescue. Rage distracting the count. And the count doesn't even occur. Xander's not going to let up. Oh, wait a minute, this! Rage has been ejected! Rage has been ejected from the match. He can't believe it. And it's just Lance and Green left. Rage got ejected after everything that Green did. Rage got ejected. That seems a little bit one-sided there. But look at these. Oh, look at that. Taking the time to taunt. He might not want to do that. He gets met with an uppercut. And Tyson Jackson, a poor time to taunt there. He might regret it, especially with one of his teammates in his corner already being ejected. Oh, look at that move. What a beautiful roll-up. Oh, my God, I didn't even see that coming. And a big kick out there by Kazarian Xander. What on earth just happened there? Oh, look at this. Big kick to the gut. Looking for that very popular axe kick to the top of the skull. And he's tired as well, giving his last bit of energy. He's had to put up a fight. He should have won it earlier, granted. But he has been saved himself. Look at that. Knee to the top of the head. And once again, Patrick Green's going to get involved. Look at this. The referee isn't even hesitating to save Tyson Jackson's from the distraction. Straight into the cover off the distraction from the back of the head clothesline. And it's only going to be a 2 count for Kazarian Xander. And you can see how things have escalated out of control between the Dragon Dynasty and the linebacks after what the linebacks did. Look at this, looking for a snap suplex and connects. Doesn't bridge into the cover though. And now Kazarian Xander. Opportunity again for the DDT, and this time cuts him open with it. That devastating DDT from Xander. The most simplest of moves, and yet he does it better than anyone in the business. 9 times out of 10 cuts him open, and if one doesn't do the trick, the second one will. But look at that. Tyson Jackson still fights on. Both men bleeding here quite profusely right now. And Kazarian Xander, oh, gets him up on the shoulders once again. Maybe looking for a Samoan driver, but brings him down with a gut buster. Lance just staring on the outside Xander and Green have already both felt the wrath of Lance. But Jackson's in trouble here. Up on the shoulders. Looking to put him away. Samoan driver. But his leg's close to the rope. He hooks it away. And that could be it. Has Kazarian Xander done it? No, he hasn't. It's a 2 count. A 2.5 kick out. And Xander can't believe his eyes. He thought for sure he had it there. And so did I. I thought this one was over. But Jackson finding a way to kick out. And now look at that. There's a running knee. On the counter. Fighting back as well as he can. But Xander, just too tough, just too strong, continues to fight on himself. But Tyson Jackson just refusing to give in. And now in the middle of the ring, this is a vulnerable position. Or tried to lift him up, but big counter there by Tyson Jackson into a Russian leg sweep. Picking him straight up, that's wise. Don't give him a second to recuperate. And another big running knee. Picking him straight back up. Kazarian Xander's in trouble here. Oh, look at that stunner in the middle of the ring. And now Jackson ready to put away Xander if he can. Looking to scoop him up for another pile driver. And he's away from the ropes. Surely this is it. Surely it's it for Kazarian Xander. This match is surely over. 1, 2. He's done it. Tyson Jackson picks up a win for the Dragon Dynasty. And that is exactly what he needed to give his team the momentum coming into Christmas Clash. What a fantastic match that was. To start the show, both men refusing to give in no matter what. Their teammates both played a part. Rage, of course, getting ejected in the later stages of the match. But no matter what happened, Tyson Jackson kicked out of it all. And the Dragon Dynasty, even though Rage is ejected, stand tall in this one. A big victory for Tyson Jackson. Lance loving the sight of it. He didn't even feel the need to get involved. He knew that Jackson was able to do this himself. And he proved it here tonight. The Dragon Dynasty get a huge win heading into their match at the pay-per-view. But the question is, are we looking at the future tag team champions? Or are we looking at the beginning of the end of the Dragon Dynasty's tag team run? Let's move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, we've got some more in-ring action from the real deal, Stephen Miller, who has been on a tear through WIW as of late. He's really been dominating, but as of late, there's been someone who's been watching him around every corner. But tonight, Stephen Miller out here to do an open challenge and to see, oh, look at this! Looks like he doesn't need to issue an open challenge because someone's not even going to let him get to the ring. William Hale with a kendo stick to the back of Stephen Miller. And look at this, beating him down with a kendo stick. And this is like the second consecutive week in a row that William Hale has attacked Stephen Miller from behind. And now look at this, calling him into the ring. Stephen Miller and William Hale once again locking horns, but the referee looks like he has no interest in letting this one start. And now look at this, Stephen Miller trying to fight back despite being attacked once again from behind. And the real deal backs down from no challenge, and he's trying to prove that here. And I think it was a stupid decision for William Hale to get rid of the kendo stick, but he wants to prove something. He wants to prove that he can beat down Stephen Miller, and the referee trying to call this one off, trying to tell him to get down and let him alone and let him run. But William Hale, oh, look at this. Tried to be a bit ambitious there with Stephen Miller, but he paid the price for it. The referee just trying to get in the way of the two, trying to separate him, but Spinebuster! And William Hale takes down Stephen Miller again. I actually did it. I became the European champion. I just wanted to say thanks to every one of you for all of your support. It may have been a slow start to life in WIW, but your support has really helped me to achieve my goals. I also wanted to thank Jace for the opportunity. I'm sorry to end the longest reign in history to date, but you were a great match for me, and it was an honor to become the man who becomes the next champion. I also wanted to thank the... I'm back! Everyone miss me? Oh, who am I kidding? Of course you did. Alright, listen up, Foster. Good job. You won 2 career fights to get a title match, and you won with the aid of someone else. Congrats. Oh wait, I know you Brits can't always tell that was sarcasm. You are not half the man I am. And now, you want to prove your worth? You face me for the title. Because my goal is to be the first ever US European champion, and that will come true no matter what. And if you think that Amigo, step aside. You already had 2 chances and blew them both. I had only 1 go at the title with Jace as champ, and we had match of the year by far. So why don't you get out the ring and let the star boy take the title from this undeserved Welsh loser that holds the belt. Guys, no need to argue. I can help settle this. Let's see, Skeens, you've had 2 chances? And you've had 1. And I've had, oh right, none. So I think it's about time for Jax Wolfe to finally claim his prize for being the best in-ring fighter of all time. That sheepshagger Foster is no champion, and I will show that to him and all of you how good I can... Oh, sorry to interrupt. I heard the words, best in-ring fighter, and so I thought you must be talking about me. As far as the Welshman goes, he is no threat to me, or anyone, for that matter. So I will have much pleasure in taking the title out of his hands and beginning to cement my legacy in WIW as the... Have you all forgotten where we are? We don't decide things with words, we do it with wrestling matches. I mean, that is what I pay you all to do. And so, you will all be in one tonight. You will all be in a fatal 4-way elimination match, and the winner faces Foster at Christmas Clash for the European Championship. Now clear the ring because it's time for the next match. Next up tonight, a women's match, which is a #1 contenders match for the Mayhem Women's Championship. The winner of this match will face Sandra Piper, and the reason these 3 women have been chosen to participate in this match is for their participation over the first few weeks. Of course, still some women who haven't even debuted on Monday Night Mayhem yet, and they will be getting their opportunities very soon. But for now, these women have been the ones who have made the impact. The first woman to do that was Elliot Rodgers after her win last week against Laya Rose, who will also be participating in this matchup. Sandra Piper, I'm sure the current Mayhem Women's Champion, will be watching very closely in the back what is about to happen in this matchup. These 3 women, I'm sure you can guess the third one, have really made a statement. They've staked their claims for the Women's Championship straight out the gate, and they've been a part of some fantastic performances, and now tonight they get to show themselves off a bit more. Next woman down to the ring for still her incredibly amazing work in the Women's Championship match. It's Lulu Torres. 4 eliminations is something that you just can't shake. And of course, she had quite a decent debut against Sandra Piper, the Women's Champion, but Sandra Piper stood tall through all that. And now Lulu Torres gets a chance to prove that she is still at the top of the ranks and still the top of the very best here on Monday Night Mayhem. Of course, the Friday Fight Night Women's Division debuted just a show ago at Wolfpack in the Outback, where Laura Stables came out the Women's Champion. But out of all these Women Battle Royals, it was definitely Lulu Torres that came out looking pretty dominant. And the final woman down to the ring, who's made her statement by being very dark and mysterious, and of course going straight for the champion, which is what you got to do. That's a smart strategy. You got to make yourself stand out in the crowd if at all possible, and that's exactly what this woman has done. Of course, no one even knew what her name was when she debuted, but now it's becoming harder and harder to forget the name Laya Rose, who stares down her opponents from the top of the ramp. She is a deadly figure, and she's proven her in-ring abilities, but last week picking up a defeat to Elliot Rodgers following the distraction from Sandra Piper, who faked coming down to the ring just to play her theme song and distract Laya Rose when she was in control of the match. But now Laya Rose has a chance to pick up her first win and of course secure herself a shot at the Mayhem Women's Championship. And of course there are 3 other women who are still yet to get a chance, and they may still get one. But for now, the Women's Championship opportunity lies with these 3 women. But which one can cash in on that opportunity to take on Sandra Piper at the Christmas Clash pay-per-view, which is scheduled to be one hell of a show based off what we know so far. But let's get this one underway. Look at this, Elliot Rodgers going straight for Laya Rose, but what an interception from Lulu Torres, who takes down Elliot Rodgers. And now look at this once again, Lulu Torres taking down Laya Rose as well. Straight out the gate, gunning for both of them. She ain't wasting any time here, but a big counter by Laya Rose. And there's a clothesline to follow. And Elliot Rodgers gonna get caught taunting here, I feel. Look at this. Big suplex off the middle rope there. And now Laya Rose taking everybody on. No partnerships or alliances early out the gate here. But now, look at this. Elliot Rodgers and Laya Rose gonna get fighting here. And look at that. Lulu's tried to get involved there, but missed time the clothesline. And now look at this. Now Elliot Rodgers and Lulu Torres scrapping whilst Laya Rose backs up, went for a clothesline. Oh, but look at this. Big counter, but she comes up with a counter of her own. And Elliot Rodgers is going to roll out of the ring, leaving Lulu Torres and Laya Rose to lock into combat. Laya Rose, she didn't get off to the most impressive start off the Royal Rumble, off the Battle Royal. But based off of Laya Rose's start, Lulu Torres' start, sorry, you can't blame her for then having to try and make an impact. But look at this. Rodgers takes down the referee with that clothesline, but she takes Lulu Torres down as well. And the referee's going to want to be careful. These women are not holding back at all. This has been full steam ahead since the get-go. And usually these triple threat matches are quite tentative. Usually allies are formed straight out the gate. And you got people rolling in and out. But look at this straight away. These three women not hesitating to try and land the big blows. And we might see some double action here. Trying to take down Lulu Torres. It's been a big threat to start this one off. And an STO and Russian leg sweep combination from Elliot, Rodgers and Laya Rose. Before going straight back to each other. No alliance is forming here tonight at all. But now look at this. Laya Rose has her where she wants her. What's she thinking? Right in the middle of the ring. Oh, and there's a neck breaker. And Lulu Torres back to her feet. She's going to let them continue. And she's going to play to the crowd. And now Elliot Rodgers trying to fight back. Looking for the clothesline. And she tosses her out of the ring. And now Lulu Torres going to take advantage while it's just Elliot Rodgers and Laya Rose in the ring. And Rodgers trying to get back to her feet. Not being given a second to do that here by Lulu Torres. And that's a wise tactic indeed. And now to the top rope. Well, look at this. Big counter. And now Rodgers looking to fly. And there's a crossbody. Straight into the cover. Is it going to be enough? No, it's only a 1 count. Oh, look at that. Did you see Laya Rose? She was getting angry on the outside before stepping into the ring. And look at this. Rodgers is going to get caught trying to set her up for something. But she's got caught by Laya Rose. And now Laya Rose looking to capitalize. There's another neck breaker. And now look at this going straight again for Lulu Torres. And now she's got her in the corner. A bull bit counter though. Big counter by Lulu. And now he's got her trapped in the corner. And big shouldered blocks before a big chop down to get her out of the ring. And this has been a great triple threat match so far. But I don't think anyone's even dominated. But Elliot Rodgers, look at this. Rodgers looking ready to put this one away. She wants her women's championship spot. Big kick to the gut. Oh, and look at that. A massive leg drop to the back of the head. Laya Rose isn't going to be able to get there. Has Elliot Rodgers secured herself a women's championship opportunity? A kick out at 2 by Lulu Torres. And now look at this. Straight back in the ring for a neck breaker. And now beating down Elliot Rodgers, the woman who picked up her first victory last week by beating Laya Rose. And now she's going to go for the cover on Elliot Rodgers. Is that going to be enough? It's a 2 count. And worrying signs there for Rodgers. She hasn't really taken much of the big hits. But now, speaking of big hits, there's a big hit to get herself out of that pickle. But now, look at this, trying to take down Laya Rose again, and there's a backbreaker to do just that. And once again, Laya Rose going to roll out of harm's way. And Rodgers is hyped up now, trying to get the fans with her, and the fans are loving what she's doing straight out of the gate. But once again, Lulu Torres, once again with an STO, providing a counter, and now she catches Laya Rose in a daze on the outside. But look at this. Rose with a counter. Sunset flip. She might be able to get it here if Elliot Rodgers can't turn around in time. And she does. She's able to break it up there before a count can even occur. Oh, and a massive headbutt there by Laya Rose. Oh, catching the leg and taking it down with a clothesline. And Rodgers, I thought she was going to get caught taunting again. This time she gets there in time, carrying her to the top turnbuckle. And now drags it to the middle of the ring. Before letting it go, seeing an opportunity here to score the cover, but Laya Rose, but Lulu Torres is able to kick out. What a triple threat match this has been. Any of these women have not given up for a second. It's been pedal to the metal from the get-go. No one's slowing down. The big moves are coming out. But once again, Elliot Rodgers just trying to seal the deal here. Laya Rose isn't going to get back in the ring in time, but Lulu Torres is able to kick out. Oh, but look at this. She's going to get caught once again. And there's a death drop. And into the cover. Is that going to be enough? It's only going to be a 1 count. Rodgers able to kick out. Rodgers with the majority of control as of right now. But Laya Rose looking to turn that around here. What's she thinking? Laya Rose. And look at that. Oh, and a massive knee right to the skull. And now look at this. Into the cover. Is she going to steal it here? No! Oh, that was so close. That was one of the closest 2.5 counts you're ever going to see. She couldn't quite get the 3. Now what's she thinking? Up on the shoulder. She's got Elliot Rodgers, who is in quite some trouble now. But look at Lulu Torres trying to capitalize on the opportunity. And face first down to the canvas. Drags it to the middle of the ring. She sees an opportunity to steal the cover here, and she's only going to get a 1 count for her troubles. And Lulu looking and ready to put away Laya Rose now. Rose is in a lot of trouble here. Hook into the arm. Straight jacket powerbomb. Big connection. Straight into the cover. Has Lulu Torres found the opening to win this one? Yes, she has. Lulu Torres is the new #1 contender. She's going to be taking on Sandra Piper in a big matchup for the Mayhem Women's Championship. The first one-on-one match for that title. What a matchup that was. And Lulu Torres, the woman who picked up 4 eliminations in the Battle Royal, has earned herself another shot at the Women's Championship. A big fight that's going to be at Christmas Clash. Bitter disappointment for Rodgers and Laya Rose. But for Sandra Piper, there her challenger stares back at her on the screen. There is your new #1 contender, Lulu Torres. Let's move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, a match to determine a new #1 contender for the new European champion. That is something I did not think I'd be saying in a long time. Jace's incredible 84-day European Championship run comes to an end. It feels like he has been champion forever. Was champion since episode 9. We are now on what, 37, 38, 37. And he has reached the end of his reign, but now we've got 4 new challengers ready to take on the new champion in Mason Foster. This is for the right to face Mason Foster at Christmas Clash. First down to the ring is the returning Brad Skeens, who we have not seen in quite some time. In fact, last time he stepped into the ring was for the European Championship as he took on Jace, the European Champion, and fell short not once but twice. Out of all of the claims for the title, he definitely has the least of a claim. He does already have 2 attempts at this title under his belt, and yet he's now pushing for a 3rd one. But you can't argue with the in-ring results of Brad Skeens. He's a brilliant wrestler. He gets the job done, and he's earned both his #1 contender opportunities each time round, and Jace knows how good he is and how capable of a wrestler he can be. And that is why he's eager to get in the ring and test this new champion. All 4 people here today, they believe that he is not a worthy champion. They believe that he was given this right, and that after winning 3 matches in his entire career, that he doesn't deserve to be champion. Well, the Welsh Wizard, the Welsh Wonder Boy, Mason Foster, has to prove himself now, and he'll have to do that first time at Christmas Clash. Another man who's also fallen victim to Mr. Jace as European champion. It is Estrella Chico, who put on probably one of the matches of the year so far against Jace at the pay-per-view that was last, I believe. I believe it was the last pay-per-view, because of course Mason Foster winning the title last week. Estrella Chico, star boy, ready to have another crack at the title. He feels now that Jace is off the top of the mountain, that he can climb it and finally conquer it. Mason Foster, he's got some hungry challenges and he's got some tough challenges as well. These 2 already have put Jace right through his paces here for the European Championship. And now Mason Foster is going to have to test himself against one of these. It's the exact same as last week, Fatal 4-Way elimination match. Here's a man who hasn't had a title shot yet and stopped Stephen Miller from having a title shot of his own. It is Jax Wolfe. Jax Wolfe, we know, he's come out and said himself, not great in multi-man situation, but he is incredible in the one-on-one scenario. You get him in the ring, it's a very, very hard match, and Steve Miller found that out the hard way when those 2 collided at the Fatality pay-per-view. Credit to William Hale, though, for helping him get there, but he did pick up the win against one of the most dominant forces right now in Stephen Miller, so he deserves all the credit in the world for doing just that. So Jax Wolfe getting an opportunity here tonight. He manages to stop Stephen Miller's opportunity, but can he get his own opportunity here tonight? It's important for him that he does just that. This could be a big turning point for Jax Wolfe's early career. Can he capitalize on the opportunity that he has been given here tonight? He's a tough competitor. People know how capable he is in the ring. He's a real threat to any championship reign, especially someone who's just fresh off the bat after their first win. And here's a man who rightfully has said he doesn't get enough opportunities. He doesn't get enough chances to show what he can do. He just gets put into these matches, and he thinks that the general manager expects him to come out short and expects him just to be the filler guy. And Oliver Regem is out here tonight to prove that he is no filler guy. He wants to be the next European champion. He wants to be a champion in WIW. He wants to be one of the top dogs. It says stealing the show on the back of his shirt for a reason, because he believes that he does that every time he steps into a ring. He's a fantastic in-ring competitor, but unfortunately he always falls short. And whether he believes that's his fault or the GM's fault, it is a reoccurring theme in his career so far. It is only early days though. He has plenty of time to turn it around. Fatal 4-way elimination match. Winner takes on Mason Foster at Christmas Clash. Let's get this one on the way. And of course, the only reason Jace not in this matchup is the only reason this match is happening, because Jace relinquished his right to compete for the European Championship in exchange for a #1 contendership match tonight against the WIW champion Aaron Albright. And straight away, the big moves coming out there by Estrella Chico and Oliver Regem. These two find themselves tussling quite a bit. They tend to find in these multi-man matches these two swaying towards each other. If I'm not mistaken, it was Oliver Regem that eliminated Estrella Chico in the 8-man battle royal for the last person. No, it was Estrella Chico that eliminated Oliver Regem, or it was one of his eliminations at least, to get a European Championship opportunity the last time out. So two of these men have already had the opportunity, and two of these men very hungry to get an opportunity of their own. Oh, and look at that, a massive GTS there. And Jax Wolfe not quite done there. There's the follow through on the punt kick. 4 big challenges, but which one of these challenges awaits the new European champion? And Estrella Chico and Brad Skeens having to get out of there for a minute, and it looks like Regem and Jax Wolfe have formed a little temporary alliance here, not seeming to go for each other. Great counter there by Oliver Regem. And now look at this, a bit of double team action from Jax Wolfe and Oliver Regem, and a double gut buster onto Estrella Chico. And looks like Brad Skeens here to help as he runs in with a neck breaker. But look at Jax Wolfe, a beautiful combination there, and following through with a running knee. And Estrella Chico's going to get out of harm's way as Brad Skeens is going to go for the first cover of the match. Is he going to get one? He's only going to get a one. Oh, look at that. A cheap shot there by Jax Wolfe before walking away. I don't think Regem saw who did that. But early signs of an alliance forming, but it looks like Jax Wolfe has no interest of keeping that one going. Straight on to Regem now. And it looks like all 3 competitors going straight for Regem. Regem taken out, though, by Brad Skeens in the end. And now Estrella Chico trying to get a bit of payback there on Jax Wolfe. Remember, this is elimination style Pele kick. Oh, look, did you see the spin on that as well? That was a fantastic acrobatic Pele kick from Oliver Regem. But Brad Skeens straight away bouncing back to his feet, and a massive clothesline taking Regem to the outside. And Brad Skeens has been off TV for a while, but we know he only competes at the highest level, and there is not much higher than the championship matches. And another opportunity awaits him here. What can he bring to the table? He made a very thick and fast start to his career in WIW. He made an instant name for himself, winning a title opportunity in only his 2nd match, and since there he has propelled himself to the top of the card, a familiar fan name, and was almost very, very close to being the first ever American European champion. As for Estrella Chico, came very close to doing the same, and there's another Pele kick and a discus clothesline. And into the cover goes Estrella Chico to pick up the first elimination. But the first elimination might be happening on the other side, because now here comes Regem. Beautiful combination. And a massive jumping knee. And into the cover goes Oliver Regem. Is that going to be enough to get the first elimination? No, it's not. It's a 2 count. Brad Skeens kicks, and Regem can't believe his eyes. And now to the middle rope. Regem looking to fly over the top of Jax Wolfe, who tried to stomp down on him. And now Skeens, oh, look at that, was looking for the jabs, but interrupted by Jax Wolfe, who's trying to attack Regem here, who's just shaking off the threat. But now look at Estrella Chico, having it, could get behind Jax Wolfe here, and he does. Irish Whip went for the drop kick, big dodge there. Oh, look at this, big counter into a gut wrench suplex. Oh, look at this, Estrella Chico flying now, just taking them all down. And Estrella Chico, the only man standing and looking to pick up the first elimination here on Oliver Regem. Is he finally going to get the first elimination underway? What we got? Curve Stomp! Curve Stomp by Starboy. And Estrella Chico picks up the first elimination of the match. Out goes Regem. And now going straight for Brad Skeens, who waited for him. Brad Skeens knew perfectly what he was going to do, and there's a gut buster. We are down to 3 men, and this is where the fighting's going to start getting messy, because who do you keep your eyes on in a matchup like this? And Brad Skeens working away on Estrella Chico. And now look at this, looking for the wheelbarrow neckbreaker right in the middle of the ring. And Estrella Chico's in a vulnerable position. Jax Wolfe wisely just going to let him fight it out. Northern Lights going to bridge into the cover, but a rope break straight out the gate. And now Jax Wolfe looking to finish this himself. Might have been looking for the lumbar check, but instead Brad Skeens gonna get in there first and make sure he beats him to the punch, but then gets rid of Brad Skeens. He wants to do this himself. Can Jax Wolfe finally capitalize on the opportunity? Lumbar check. Lumbar check. Oh, but look at this. Went for the cover, but Chico. Estrella Chico didn't let him even go for the cover. And now look at this. Looking for the fisherman. Big counter. Northern Light. Doesn't bridge into the cover, though. He might want to try again for that cover, though. But I can't believe I saw that. He actually broke out the cover before he could even get it done. And now look at this. Into a submission hold. Looking at trying to choke out now. Estrella Chico. Has Jax Wolfe got him here? No, Chico still fights on. And a sweep at the legs. And now Brad Skeens straight back into the ring. Straight away going back for Estrella Chico with another belly-to-belly. And he rolls out of the way. And now Jax Wolfe left to do battle with Brad Skeens, who hasn't been going great in this match. He's had moments, but not a dominant amount of control. Jax Wolfe, though, trying to maintain the control that he's established here since the elimination of Oliver Regem. Slides him across the ring there and into a rolling thunder splash. Beautiful move by Jax Wolfe. Might think about the cover here now, but once again, Brad Skeens not letting him have it, and Jax Wolfe just can't get the cover because every time he goes for it, it's countered. And he doesn't have a second to capitalize. But now Brad Skeens capitalizing himself. Wheelbarrow neckbreaker. Picking him straight back up. But look who's here. Estrella Chico. Trying to disturb the momentum. Codebreaker. Codebreaker. And now Estrella Chico looking to put away Brad Skeens. No. Big counter. Reversed in the curve stomp. Scooping him up. Samoan driver off the... And he bounces off the ropes as well for added impact. And now to the middle of the ring. Brad Skeens has got Chico. Oh, but he's countered it. And now looking for a suplex. Connects right in the middle of the ring. And he rolls out of harm's way. And now Jax Wolfe going to land a strike. And another one. Spinning him around perfectly for the lumbar check. Lumbar check. And picking him straight back up. What's Jax Wolfe thinking? Oh, and a big counter again by Estrella Chico. And now once again, a big drop kick. And Jax Wolfe might have paid the price here for not capitalizing on that opportunity. Estrella Chico into a figure four. Figure four leg lock. And Jax Wolfe in trouble, but he powers out of it. And Skeens now back in the ring, but Jax Wolfe and Estrella Chico going for one another. The Irish, oh, look at that. And Jax Wolfe collides with Brad Skeens. And now Skeens and Jax Wolfe both going for Estrella Chico here. Went for the belly-to-belly again. Another counter. Look at this. Try to spin him around once again for the lumbar check, but once again unable to capitalize. Scoop up here, though, but Brad Skeens into a Samoan driver. And Jax Wolfe stunned in the corner there. Skeens might have the space to put away Estrella Chico. Look at that! Oh, my God! What a move by Jax Wolfe! He went for the wheelbarrow neckbreaker, but he cross-bodied the top of Estrella Chico, or the back of Estrella Chico, should I say, and that almost snapped him in half. Skeens got stunned by it all, but Estrella Chico just got torn in half. What a move, but look at this, gets back up to a Pele kick. Pele kick, straight into the cover. Is he going to do it here? No, he hasn't. Skeens survives again. What a move that was by Jax Wolfe. I'm still in awe that just happened. And the fact that Chico's just sprung back to feet, but he's clearly still shaky after that attack because The damage has definitely been done from that ended up wheelbarrow senton as it turned into. And Chico rolls out of the ring. This gives Wolfe the opportunity to capitalize. There's a German suplex as he gets in behind. And an already weakened Brad Skeens now locked into the camel clutch, but the referee calls for a rope break. And now Jax Wolfe to the middle rope. Looking to fly, looking for a middle rope Phoenix splash and couldn't connect. And Jax Wolfe once again might be made to pay for his missed opportunities. He's been doing that an awful lot as of late. And now look at Brad Skeens. There's a knee to the top of the skull. Picking him straight back up. Might have the space here to pick up the elimination if he can. This is a big opportunity here, but a big counter. Oh, not a big counter, sorry. A big stomp in the corner. And now Estrella Chico going to help him out there. Now being dragged to the middle of the ring. Might be thinking of a cover. Oh, but look at this. Chico's got an idea of his own. Begging Jax Wolfe to get up. Oh, and look at that shoulder tackle. A beautiful, what a move there by Estrella Chico. And these three bringing it all out on display here tonight to make sure they walk out the winner. To the corner goes Jax Wolfe. Estrella Chico has got him in a vulnerable position, but a big counter. And now an Irish whip of his own to the corner. Jax Wolfe and Estrella Chico battling it out, but a big counter again. This time by Estrella Chico. And another counter, this time by Jax Wolfe. And now look at that. Went for the trading strikes in the middle of the ring. Just trying to get some type of control in this match. Swinging neck breaker by Estrella Chico. And straight into the cover. Is that going to be enough to get rid of Jax Wolfe? It's only a 2 count. Oh, look at that. Tried to dodge one kick, but gets met by the kick of Brad Skeens, who's now trying to get rid of Jax Wolfe here. Up on the shoulders. Gutbuster. Oh, and into a code breaker. Off the bounce. What a combination. A beautiful gutbuster and on the bounce into a code breaker by Estrella Chico. What a double team move there by Brad Skeens and Estrella Chico, who instantly turned their attention to one another. What an incredible match this has been. They really are bringing out all the stunts here just to get this one done and become the new #1 contender for the Christmas Clash European Championship match. And now into the corner. Skeens has got him in a good opportunity here just to ground and pound him. Oh, but look at this. Skeens looking for something big here. A massive run-up. Drive-by drop kick. And I think Chico's bleeding through the mask. And Skeens looking to deal with Estrella Chico. Wait a minute, look at this. Using the ropes for leverage. And the referee hasn't seen it. And Estrella Chico's been eliminated. Estrella Chico eliminated. And we're down to 2. Unbelievable scenes. How did the referee not see that one? Oh, look at that. Was thinking the lumbar check. But a big counter. And instead into a snap suplex by Brad Skeens. And Chico can't believe his eyes. He storms out of the ring. But Brad Skeens now with the opportunity. Presenting himself to wrap up this match. There's a spear. Spear by Skeens. Into the cover. And Skeens, no! That was a very close 2.5 count. But Skeens isn't going to waste time wondering what went wrong. Into a gut buster. Just trying now to do whatever it takes to put away Jax Wolfe, but he's refusing to go down right now, Jax Wolfe. Irish whip to the corner. Oh, big counter down by Jax Wolfe. Spins him around. Now might be able to land it again. Lumbar check. Cover him. If he covers now, this is over. No, what? Another counter, this time by Brad Skeens. And he can't go for the cover because everyone providing a counter for it. And there's the suplex. Skeens has Wolfe in a vulnerable position. Can he capitalize on it? There's a neck snap over the top. And Skeens is bleeding, but he continues. Regem and Estrella Chico already been eliminated. Northern Lights into the cover, but it's on the ropes. Poor ring awareness there from Brad Skeens. What a match this has been. These four have really put on a showing here tonight, but there can only be one man to take on Mason Foster. Oh, look at that. There's a counter. Will Jax Wolfe get his first opportunity at a title? Or will Brad Skeens get one last chance at the European Championship? Brought back to his feet immediately because looking for another snap suplex. The crowd are going nuts. This has been an incredible match. And yet we're still not done. Look at this. Looking for a Samoan driver. Slap bang in the middle of the ring. And into the cover. Is that going to be enough to put away Jax? It's not. And Jax kicks out at 2. And Skeens just trying to put him away here. But he's done everything he can. And Jax Wolfe still finding a way to kick out. And now Jax Wolfe with a fight back of his own. Spins him around to the corner. And now he's going to try and trap him there himself. But another counter this time by Brad Skeens. Looking for the belly. The belly connects. And did you see the eyes of Jax Wolfe on the way down? That was genuine fear. Because Brad Skeens, despite bleeding, despite taking some pain, he is ready to put it away. Jax Wolfe in trouble as the spear connects again. Straight into the cover. And Brad Skeens is... No! What? Wolfe kicks again. Wolfe kicks again. Northern Lights. Skeens not giving himself a second to rest up. He's going to go straight on the attack again on Jax Wolfe. Just trying to wrap it up. Doing whatever it takes. But once again, Jax Wolfe with a counter. Just trying to fight back. He's got him here. Look at this. Perfect opportunity. Look at that set out powerbomb. Oh, and he's got the rope break. Jax Wolfe still fighting on, but he can't make the classic mistake of not capitalising on the opportunities that he's had. It's a problem that Jax Wolfe has been faced with many a time. Doing the damage, but unable to capitalise. And this could mark the beginning of the end here. Rolling Thunder. And Skeens is in serious trouble. Jax Wolfe has a window of opportunity to put away Skeens. Can he land the finishing move to do that? There's an Insaguri to the back of the head. And Jax Wolfe looking tired now. He's taking some hits from Brad Skeens, but Brad Skeens has been unable to put him away. Oh, big counter by Skeens. And he might have one more opportunity to do just that. Looking for a third spear. The final touch. The icing on the cake. Into the cover. And Brad Skeens has done it again. On his return to in-ring action, Brad Skeens gets one more opportunity at the WIW European Championship at Christmas Clash. Mason Foster is going to be taking on Brad Skeens again. Oh, not again, for the first time. And look at this, there was the lumbar check on Elliot and Chico. But in the end, no matter how much of a fight Jax Wolfe provided, Brad Skeens is proving to be too strong on the day. And despite a cheap elimination on Estrella Chico, Brad Skeens has got himself a match at Christmas Clash to become the first ever non-European European champion. Can his dream of becoming that champion finally come true? We'll have to wait and see, but it's time to move on down the rest of the card. Well, not quite the main event we had planned, but the general manager putting this one in place for this man, the Portuguese Phoenix. This is so weird. Do you know how weird it is actually not seeing him with the title? Like, it has been so long. As I mentioned earlier, I worked it out. His reign has been 84 days long. He has been champion since episode 9, and he has been a dominant European champion, but he's ready to step up and make the push to the top of the card and run the show. The WRW Championship, not a single person has been able to defend that title for longer than 4 weeks, which is the longest reign, which has tied everyone because no one has successfully defended it. But the Portuguese Phoenix has been staking his claim for weeks that he deserves to be a dual champion. But now, he finally has the chance to do what he wants. He is relinquishing his opportunity for a rematch for the European Championship, and in exchange, he's getting this opportunity tonight. If he can beat the current WIW champion, Aaron Albright, he will be included in the match at Christmas Clash, and it will turn into a triple threat match, which I believe will be the second ever triple threat match for the WIW Championship. Because the last time, of course, Aaron Albright, if I'm not mistaken, lost, but wasn't a part of the decision, and that's how he lost his first title reign. But the first ever two-time WIW champion, Aaron Albright, making his way down to the ring. He came out and he made his claim, and he said that Since becoming the champion again, no one is paying any attention to him. He's the star of the show. He's the man who should be running the show. And tonight, he wants to prove why he is a two-time champion. He wants to prove why he deserves the spotlight, why he deserves to run the show. But the question is, can he keep this a one-on-one match between him and Jaden? Or will Jace be able to get himself a shot at the WYW Championship? We're still on the search for the face of Monday Night Mayhem. But who's it going to be? I guess we'll have to find out once someone can successfully defend. But straight away, Jace on the attack. And look at this, not wasting any time. What a beautiful move there. Into a neck breaker. And not wasting any time here with the WIW champion. Taking the time to taunt as well, saying it's too easy. If you were to give a face to the to Monday Night Mayhem, it would have to be Jace, the only man to actually defend his title. Wait a minute, look at this! No way! GTS! GTS already! No freaking way! Into a punt kick! What? No way! Into the cover! No way! Has he done it already? In a matter of a minute! Oh my god, what? Jace has won! Jace has won! He just knocked off the champion in 30 seconds! Absolutely unbelievable! One GTS and punt kick combo! And the WIW champion is down! Aaron Albright has been defeated in embarrassing fashion in tonight's main event. What a win by Jace that was! He needed that one, you felt. And look at this! And here comes Jaden to congratulate him, but not in the traditional way. Look at this, he hasn't even noticed yet. Oh, look at this, and he gets struck. But look at that, he didn't let it phase him, not even for a second. And Jace, look at that, getting one over on both the people he will now see at Christmas Clash. Because these two will both be a part of now a triple threat match for the WIW Championship. Look at this. He's got him running. He's got him running. Jaden's running away from Rage. From Jace, excuse me. And he's had to run. And as much as I'd love to show the rest of this chase, that is going to end tonight's show. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. If you did, be sure to leave a like and comment. If you're new to the channel, subscribe if you're new. And I will catch you guys in the next show. Peace.